Well, it has been a little rough for some people around the country. There's been an active front. Don't I sound like I know what I'm on about? Across parts of the central, north and south islands, and we've seen heavy rain, possibly some flooding, and in Canterbury especially, the high country, overnight had 250 kilometre hour winds. That is blimmin' strong. So I thought I might, we're going into the weekend and, and the school holes kick in too. I'm sure it should all be fine by then, but I thought we'd give a quick chat to the Metservice just to see what is going on. And meteorologist Thapi Makgabutlane joins me. Thapi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Leah. Thank you. How are you this afternoon?
Well, I'm good because the winds aren't as strong around Auckland, so I'm quite happy. But look, I just wanted to catch up, Thapi, and maybe take a look at some of the hot spots or the alerts. Are there any alerts going on at the moment?
Yes, absolutely. Plenty of alerts actually. Yesterday, much of the South Island was covered in either watches or warnings. Today, that action has moved to the central parts of the country as well as parts of the North Island. So, a couple of areas I'll highlight. The first one is the top of the South Island. Of course, Tasman, Nelson has seen quite a bit of rain over the last couple of months, and we've already had a lot of rain today alone, and that's expected to continue for the rest of today and into Friday. So a wet day out there, plenty of watches and warnings in place, possible impacts such as surface flooding, slips. So for people out there, do be aware of that. The other area I'll highlight is the top of the North Island. So that includes Northland as well as Auckland. Northland is currently under a severe thunderstorm watch. So that's to highlight that possibility of downpours, very intense rain in a short space of time, and that could extend into Auckland as well. So definitely one to keep a close eye on. But I'd say anywhere that has a watch or a warning, definitely keep an eye out over the next couple of days.
The 250 kilometre winds gust, Thapi, that was experienced in the Canterbury High Country, that's got to be some of the strongest winds we've had so far this winter?
Yeah, this winter I'd say so. Very, very strong. I will caveat that that was recorded in quite an exposed area, quite an elevated area as well. And the thing with winds is that the higher up in the atmosphere you go, the stronger those winds are. So it was very strong for that location. Maybe not
Right.
very representative of the wider area. I think in more populated areas, we saw wind speeds still very strong in the region of about 130 kilometers per hour, still noteworthy. But as
Yeah.
you rightly say, still very, very strong winds expected or experienced.
So, Thapi, are you looking at possibly by the time the weekend comes along, most places should have calmed down quite substantially?
I wish the weather played by the school holiday calendar. Saturday, we've still got some weather to keep an eye on. So in the South Island, places like Eastern Otago, as well as those inland parts of Otago and Canterbury, and those inland areas could see some snow as well. So maybe not the worst news, maybe a bit of a top up for the ski fields, but still something to keep an eye on. Apart from that, we're still expecting some wet weather into the start of the weekend. It looks like by Sunday, the bulk of that should have moved out of the area. So maybe it's not a bad story after all.
Wonderful. You've given us a lot there, and I appreciate your time, Thapi. That is Thapi Makgabutlane from the Metservice. I suppose, guys, you can always get onto the website too if you want to look up in the area what's going on.